Nope.
Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new, welcome to my channel. I'm just gonna say this just right now, like I'm terrible at intros. I've recorded several videos in the past, and the intros just, it wasn't good at all. So I'm not gonna try and do some fancy long-winded intro. Point blank period. You're here, welcome, thank you very much for spending your time here. I will have social media links down below. I mean, if you want to follow me there. I mean, I'm a little boring, but again, that's completely up to you. Make sure you subscribe if you are interested in what I post next. I think that's pretty much it. So with that being said, enjoy the video. Bye. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about a couple of my customer service stories. I'm working in retail for about 11 years now, and I have run into some people, some crazy people. Well, let me not say crazy. Let's just say they decided to express their feelings because their feelings were hurt. So, number one, this was back when I had my very first retail job, and I'm not going to be saying the names of any of the companies I work for or anything like that. Working at this place, and it's a large store. It's a very large store. So one day I was working there, and I was working in the customer service kind of area, and everything was kind of going good, and it was just a normal day. And then the phone rang. Somebody wanted a certain department. I did what I was supposed to do to get that customer in contact with the correct person. For whatever reason, those people in that department didn't pick up anything. Like, they refused to answer the phone, which was just annoying because, of course, the customer just kept calling back and calling back and calling back. So then finally, I say, well, maybe I can help you. What are you looking for? So this customer named something very, very specific. And so I go and I run because I realized it wasn't far from where I was. So I ran over to this area to look for this item, and I saw it there, and I was like, okay, cool, it's here. I go back to the phone,
Yeah, so I found your item on the sales floor. What time would you be able to stop by to pick it up?
Oh, I'm on my way there now.
I say, okay, and I go about the rest of my day. So, a couple hours later, wasn't long before I was actually getting off, and a manager walked up with a customer, and this manager was like, did anybody speak to a customer about XYZ product? And I was like, I did? Confused as to why he was standing there looking at me like that. But he goes, well, the item that you told this customer it was here and it's not here. And I was like, well, the customer called at 11 a.m. It's now 6 p.m. We don't do holds, so yeah, not my problem. They give the customer, all this stuff, yada, 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 yada. And then the manager comes to me and proceeds to explain how I am now on a 3-day suspension. I didn't even get suspended in high school. I've never been suspended in high school or when I was in college for my associates. And now I have a actual job in the real world and I get suspended, you have no clue like how I was very upset about this. So they suspended me for 3 days and then proceeded to explain that I can come back after I've written a letter explaining what I did wrong and what I'm going to do in the future to change said behavior. I took my 3 days off. I enjoyed them. I went out with friends. I went out to eat. I had a good old time those 3 days. I went back to work and clocked in after 3 days and went right back to work. I'm not writing a letter. This is not high school. Like, this is not gonna happen. And I remember I was so upset. Like, more so mad than anything. But the other little part of the story I have yet to tell is that when this customer came up with the manager, there was a little bit of an altercation, and it was basically the customer was yelling at me, and I began to explain, like, I saw the item there. You said you were right on your way. I assumed you were a few minutes away. You didn't ask for a hold. So, and we've been open this whole time. So, I don't understand how it's my fault. And then she proceeded to actually throw a can of Lysol, like a can, like with the white cap, like a can of Lysol. She threw it, and it like hit the counter right next to me, and it was just so baffling seeing that happen. And then my manager like coddled this person and be like, here's a gift card for all of this money, and oh my god, I'm so sorry, please come back and see me next time, and none of that. Like, where do we draw the line with how retail workers are treated? Let's just, as a matter of fact, let's make that the conversation, because honestly, I've been in a couple situations, and then I also know like people who've been in worse situations, and it's just absolutely ridiculous, because somehow it's always the retail workers' fault. And then also at this same job, this was maybe like a year or so after, so I was at this job for a couple years, so this might have been like a year or so after, and I was on the register, and this lady that I was dealing with had a very large order. It was a very complicated order, and coupons and this and that and this and that, and I give her, I'm ringing her out, and it was only a handful of registers open. So like I said, I was one of them, and I noticed that the lady that was behind the person I was dealing with, she was like looking at me and making smart comments, and she was huffing and puffing, standing in line, and I'm like, it's not my fault that there's no other lines open. I'm not a manager. Yeah, I'm just doing my job. So once I finally got the person I was dealing with, the large order, finally got her squared away, everything was good, this lady proceeds to throw her big bottle of Listerine like towards me, but it hit the counter, and the counter made, not the counter, the belt, on the belt. So she threw it and it hit the belt, so it didn't slide all the way across. And I was like, well, I'm not ringing you up. I refuse to ring you up, because that's not how you take care of anything. That's not the right way you treat anyone. And she, started going ballistic, asking for a manager. So I was like, oh, he right there. Let's go get him together. And that's exactly what we did. Me and her walked over there to the manager. She proceeded to want to hoopla and yell and all that. No problem. I told him what happened. There was video cameras to prove what happened. Ma'am, you'll be okay, because I'm not ringing you out, point blank. And I didn't ring her out. And I feel like, when retail workers are treated like crap again, and you tell managers or whatever the case may be, like nothing happens. Like everybody think that it's okay to take your anger out on a person that works at your local grocery store or your, you know, even one of the big box stores, whatever. It's not right. But anyways, alright guys, so that's going to be the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed me sharing just some little random stories that that I've been through in my 11 years in retail. If you have any questions or anything like that, leave it down below in the comment section. Feel free to subscribe and follow me on social media. I mean, I can't tell you what to do, so it's up to you, but I mean, I would like it if you did, if you followed me and subscribed, but it's all good. It's all good. So yeah, anyway, like I said, that's the end of the video. Enjoy the rest of your nights. Bye.